Thank you, dear friend, for being here today. There is something happening behind your back, and the first to notice wasn't your friends, your family, or even your partner. It was your intuition, that sacred, silent guardian that has always whispered to you before the storm arrived. Have you ever felt a strange gaze lingering on you just a little too long? Or someone showing up out of nowhere, right when you were most vulnerable? This isn't paranoia. It's a signal. And Cancer, no one reads energy better than you. You don't need proof to know when something is off. You feel it. In your chest, in your breath, in your dreams. And today, I'm here to tell you, your soul isn't just picking up on random noise. It's picking up on a setup. Two faces, familiar, trusted. But behind those smiles are shadows, and something is being orchestrated quietly, designed to confuse, to pull you in, to entrap you. They know how much your heart gives. They know the kindness in your silence. But what they don't know is, you're not the same version of yourself anymore. You're awakening. You're remembering. You're beginning to see clearly, and once a Cancer starts to see, there's no going back. In this moment, you're being called to look deeper, to feel deeper, to protect your energy with the clarity of your inner voice. Because what's coming isn't just a minor conflict or emotional misunderstanding. It's a spiritual test wrapped in familiarity. A karmic loop dressed as reconciliation. And your intuition is screaming for your attention. So let me ask you this. What if the people you trusted the most were the ones rehearsing behind the curtain of your life? And deeper still, what if this trap wasn't even about them, but about something your soul agreed to learn long before you were even born? That's why this message found you today. That's why the universe aligned the right moment, the right vibration, and pulled you into this very second, not to warn you in fear, but to awaken you in power. Because once you hear what's coming next, you'll never see these two people the same way again. So please, make yourself comfortable. Pour a warm cup of coffee or tea, light a candle if you'd like. And let's step into this moment together, just you and me, like two old souls rediscovering a truth, long hidden beneath layers of love, betrayal, and intuition. This isn't just a reading, it's a reckoning, a remembering. And if you've ever whispered to yourself, something doesn't feel right, but I can't explain it yet, this is the confirmation you've been waiting for. Before we dive in deeper, I want to hear from you. What's the one word you'd use to describe how your energy feels lately? Drop it in the comments, and if your heart agrees, seal your energy by writing, I cancel the trap, I protect my peace, I am awakening now. Hit that like button, subscribe to stay in the energy of clarity, and don't go anywhere, because at the very end of this video, I will reveal the most unexpected twist in this story. And believe me, that part changes everything. Shall we begin? Under the soft glow of your own inner light, we now step into a space that feels unsettling, like walking into a room that used to feel safe, but now something is off. You can't quite name it, but your body knows, your chest tightens, your breath shortens. And even though no one says a word, you feel it, the energy has changed. Let me show you why. Because in your field right now, there are two energies, two familiar presences wearing the faces of comfort, but hiding very different intentions. The first is easy to spot, not because they're obvious, but because they're too perfect, too well-timed, too gentle at the exact moment you're about to break. They appear like a balm, like a memory wrapped in honey, someone who once held your hand through darkness, maybe an old friend, a former lover, a mentor, someone you once called your light, and now, suddenly, they've resurfaced, with sweet words, with stories from the past, with lines like, I've been thinking about you, or I still care. But Cancer, pause, breathe, feel, because this person doesn't come bearing truth, they come carrying hooks, and each kind word is dipped in nostalgia and wrapped in control. They don't want to help you heal, they want to make sure you still need them. Their help comes with a silent price tag, your dependence. They'll say the things they know melt your walls. They remember your softest spots where your heart cracked open years ago. And they use that tenderness not to hold you, but to hold you back. Their love is not given, it's weaponized. They show up when your energy is low because that's when your guard is down. It's not rescue, it's re-entry. And here's what makes it harder. A part of you still wants to believe them, but another part, the wiser, clearer, more awakened version of you, knows better now. That part sees the pattern, remembers the cost, feels the residue of every time they left you emptier than before. This is the false savior. They don't come to take your pain, they come to make sure you still bleed for them. And now, there's the other one. Quieter, colder, sharper, in silence. They don't come to save, they come to study. You might not even notice them at first. They don't speak much. They don't overtly challenge you, but they're always watching, taking mental notes of when you sigh, when your voice lowers, when your light dims just a little. This is the energy of someone who waits. Waits for the moment you're tired, waits for the moment you doubt yourself, waits for the moment to strike not loud, but lethal. They don't break you like a hammer when you try to prove your goodness, when you abandon your clarity just to make them feel more comfortable. They feed on your need for harmony and punish you with emotional distance when you don't comply. This is the silent drainer. They don't build chaos. They remove peace by piece until you no longer recognize yourself. And together, these two energies create a trap. One draws you in, the other quietly cages you. One gives you sugar, the other salts the wound you didn't even know was open. And you, dear Cancer, are being invited right now, not just to see them, but to finally name them, not out loud, but in your soul, because until you do, they'll keep slipping in through the cracks of memory and comfort and nostalgia. So ask yourself softly, bravely, who shows up when I'm tired, but leaves when I'm strong? Who makes me question myself more than they bring me clarity? Because the truth is this: you don't owe access to anyone who drains your light, no matter how soft their words or how long their history. And if any part of this is resonating with you, pause right now and claim your energy in the comments by writing, "I see the mask, I choose my peace, the trap ends with me." We're just beginning this unraveling, and the next part of this journey will uncover the hidden motives behind why these two people are surfacing now, why the universe allowed them in your field at this exact moment, and what it's truly trying to awaken inside you. Stay with me, the revelation is only getting deeper. What if I told you this isn't the first time you've met these two souls? What if this connection, this entanglement didn't begin in this lifetime, but far earlier, in a place beyond memory, in a time your soul still remembers, even if your mind has forgotten? That tightness in your chest when you're around them, that sudden exhaustion after a short conversation, that quiet ache that doesn't come from words but from energy. These aren't random, they're remnants, soul echoes. Because, dear Cancer, this isn't just about betrayal in the present. This is the resurfacing of an ancient contract, a vow, a soul-deep imprint made long ago, one that was never completed, never healed, never released. In another lifetime, you and these individuals were deeply connected, maybe as siblings, lovers, mentors, or even enemies cloaked in the disguise of affection. Something sacred was exchanged: trust, protection, loyalty. But something sacred was also broken. A promise was left unfulfilled. A betrayal was never fully spoken. A cycle was never truly closed. And now, in this moment, they return not by accident, but by design. Not to destroy you, but to complete what was left unfinished. This is the universe's way of asking, have you evolved beyond the wound, or are you still bleeding silently behind a strong smile? These two souls are here as mirrors reflecting back to you the part of yourself that is still healing, still questioning, still yearning to be free, and every emotion they stir up in you is a message. Every reaction is a memory resurfacing from a life your soul has lived before. That is why it hurts so deeply. That is why it feels so strangely familiar. Because on a level far deeper than this life, you know them, you remember. And this isn't about revenge. This isn't even about justice. It's about completion, closure, liberation. Your soul is not seeking drama. It's seeking release. But here's the test. Will you respond the way you once did, with overgiving, self-sacrifice, silence, hoping love will fix what karma built? Or will you finally speak the words your past self never dared to say? This is the final exam of a karmic classroom you've been sitting in for lifetimes. And, right now, the universe offers you a ritual, a small act, but one filled with power. When done with intention, it can echo through dimensions. If your heart is ready to unbind these soul ties, do this. Take a piece of paper. Write down the 2 names that your soul keeps whispering about, the ones whose energy feels tangled in yours. Light a white candle. Hold the paper in your hands. Breathe deeply. And when you're ready, say out loud, I cut the cords that no longer serve my soul. I release you with love. I return to myself whole and free. Then gently burn the paper. Watch the smoke rise. Know that the ash carries away what your spirit no longer needs. This is not a ritual of hate. It's a ritual of truth, a release of illusion, a sacred goodbye to patterns that have held you for far too long. And as you do this, don't be surprised if you feel a weight lift, not just emotionally but physically, a lightness in your chest, a tear you didn't expect. That's not weakness, that's the soul exhaling. This is the moment your past no longer defines you. So I ask you, from the depth of your being, are you ready to stop the cycle? Are you ready to forgive, not for them, but for your own freedom? Are you ready to become the version of you that no longer needs to repeat this lesson? Because the universe is watching. The ancestors are witnessing. The past is trembling at your awakening. You are not here to carry unhealed vows. You are not here to relive the same pain in prettier costumes. You are here to remember who you were before the wound and return to that light with power. And when you do, everything changes. In the next part of this journey, I will share why your energy has been shifting so powerfully, why your dreams feel more vivid, your emotions deeper, and your path more urgent. This is not coincidence. It's an energetic upgrade, but only those who close the door to the past can walk fully into that new light. Stay with me. The most magical part is still to come. There comes a moment on every soul's path when the old ways no longer fit, not because the world has changed, but because you have. And Cancer, that moment is now. You are no longer the version of yourself who tolerated in silence, who bit your tongue to keep the peace, who carried the weight of everyone else's comfort while abandoning your own. That version of you, the one who held back tears, who dimmed their light, who apologized just for being, has dissolved. What stands in their place now is someone powerful, someone awake, someone who knows their limits and knows how to speak them without shame. And that terrifies them. They don't know how to engage with this version of you. The one who says no with clarity, the one who doesn't answer texts out of obligation, the one who doesn't rescue, fix, or sacrifice anymore, the one who no longer bends just to be loved. So now, their energy shifts, their strategies change. They know the direct approach won't work anymore. So they'll try the oldest trick in the book, not force, but emotion. Not anger, but guilt. They'll drape their manipulations in the soft fabric of, I miss you, I need you, or worse, remember when we were good. They'll cry. They'll tremble. They'll dig into the memory box and pull out moments you once cherished, hoping that your tenderness will override your truth. But Cancer, don't mistake emotion for evolution. Not everyone who cries deserves your forgiveness. Not everyone who returns deserves a second chance. You are not cold for not going back. You are not heartless for protecting your peace. You are not cruel for choosing yourself over chaos. Because here's the truth. They don't want the healed version of you. They want access to the old you. The soft one who still made space for their lies. The one who forgave too fast, gave too much, stayed too long. But that version no longer exists. And the moment you realize that, truly feel it in your bones, is the moment you win, not over them, but over the part of you that once believed you had to be small to be loved. That's what this entire cycle was about: returning to your power, reclaiming your voice, remembering that your needs, your feelings, your boundaries are sacred. So when they try their final card, the last attempt to reel you in with pity, memories, or guilt, pause. Ask your heart, am I moved by truth or manipulated by emotion? Because guilt is not a reason to stay. Nostalgia is not a reason to reopen a wound. Your compassion is beautiful, but it's not a leash. And just because someone shows up crying doesn't mean they've changed. Tears can be genuine, yes, but they can also be a strategy. And you, dear soul, are wise enough now to know the difference. You've already walked through fire. You've rebuilt yourself from broken pieces. You've said yes to healing when it would have been easier to numb out. You've chosen growth over comfort. That is no small thing. So don't let old energies shame you back into smallness. Don't let a trembling voice undo the years of inner work you've done in silence. Don't step back into a cycle you already outgrew, just because someone remembered how to say the right words at the wrong time. You are allowed to choose peace, even if it means disappointing someone else. You are allowed to walk away, even if they cry at the door. You are allowed to close the chapter, even if they never apologize. Because this isn't about them anymore. It's about you, your energy, your light, your future. You didn't come here to be someone's second chance. You came here to be free. And if your heart is aching with confusion, ask yourself this: do I feel expanded in their presence, or do I shrink to fit their comfort? The answer will always be clear. Your body knows, your soul remembers. And in this stage of your life, you are no longer asking for a seat at the table, you are building the table. So trust yourself. The real ones will respect your boundaries. The right ones won't need you to break yourself into pieces to prove your love. And the ones who walk away when you choose your worth, they were never meant to stay. In the next chapter, we step into the future you're calling in, not the past you're trying to escape. Because once the lesson is learned, the blessing begins. Stay with me. The most radiant part is just ahead. Thank you for staying with me, dear Cancer, until this final moment, the most sacred part of our journey together. If you're still here, it's not by accident. This message didn't just cross your path. It found you, because your soul is ready. Ready to step out of old patterns, ready to reclaim peace. Ready to walk forward without dragging the weight of what no longer belongs to you. Take a breath with me, deeper. And now, exhale slowly. This is your release. You are no longer that version of yourself who stayed silent just to be loved, who gave without boundaries, who mistook sacrifice for worth. That story is over now. You've written the final chapter. And tonight, under the light of your own becoming, I want you to seal this new frequency into your life, not just with words, but with intention. So, let's do something powerful together. Right now, in the comments below, write, I choose to protect my soul over pleasing others. Say it like a declaration. Let it echo. Let it be felt. Because this isn't just a sentence. It's a vibration. It's a spell of self-honoring. Every time someone else reads your comment, they'll feel that truth rise within them too. And when you're ready, affirm this. I've learned the lesson. I exit the old loop in peace. This is your closure. This is your portal forward. You don't need to rehearse the past anymore. You've felt it, faced it, and finally freed yourself from it. Cancer, I know it hasn't been easy. You've loved people who didn't know how to hold you. You've given second chances to those who only brought third wounds. You've stayed when your soul whispered go, but through it all, you've never stopped growing. That's what they didn't expect, your awakening. And now, they fear what they once dismissed, your power. Because when a Cancer heals, they don't just rise. They transform the entire ocean they came from. You're not alone in this. Every time you say no to the wrong energy, the universe says yes to your highest path. And someone true, someone real, with no mask, no agenda is drawing nearer. They feel the new light radiating from you, the one you lit for yourself. So, please protect that light. Honor it. Guard it like the treasure it is. Not everyone deserves a seat at the table of your peace. Not everyone is meant to walk beside this new version of you. If this message touched you, if you felt seen, heard, understood, please take a moment to like this video, subscribe to this channel, and comment below to affirm your ritual and your rebirth. It tells the universe you're ready for more, and it helps this message find others who need it too. Also, if you feel called to support this channel in a deeper way, consider tapping the Super Thanks button. Your energy of gratitude helps me continue sharing light, hope, and spiritual guidance with souls all around the world. Together, we're raising the frequency of this earth one awakened heart at a time. Now, are you wondering what's next? In our upcoming videos, I'll be sharing powerful insights about the portal energy opening in the final months of this year and how Cancer can use that to attract wealth, love, and spiritual clarity like never before. I'll also reveal the cosmic message from your guardian planet, the Moon, and how it's aligning to unlock blessings that have been waiting for you for lifetimes. Be sure to check the description below. There's a special gift waiting for you, something sacred to anchor this transformation in your life today. And before we part ways, I want you to remember this. You deserve joy. You deserve love that feels safe. You deserve abundance without struggle. You deserve a life that honors your light. Don't let your past convince you otherwise. Don't let someone else's shadow dull your radiance. You are worthy. You are a divine. You are rising. Let me ask you something before you go. What type of content would you love to see in our next video? Are you more drawn to topics about love, career, soulmates, or decoding the signs the universe is sending you? Leave me a comment below and let me know so I can create something deeply aligned for you and this beautiful community we're growing. Until next time, Cancer, stay soft but unshakable. Stay kind but discerning. Stay open but protected. I love you. Take care of your light, and I'll see you in the next message from the stars.